follow the science, it's 98.9% survivability rate. But according to everybody, you need to be inoculated, wearing a mask, not only wearing one mask, you ought to be wearing two masks. You ought to be in a encapsulation suit. Everybody needs to be 50 feet away from everybody else, and blah, 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 blah. See? What is it? It's all in how you present it.
Amen, brother.
You know, there was people back in the 20s in Florida were selling people land in Florida. And when they were buying it, man, because the prices were right and they were selling it, they never saw the land. They never laid eyes on the land. And when they got down there, they had bought swampland. Yeah. But it sure sounded good in the brochure. I can't believe that fellow would lie to me. I'm going to tell you. There's people, they come up here, and they think because you say yins and over, and you eat, and you don't too, mamaw, papaw, and all that you just a bunch of ignorant hillbillies.
Yeah.
That's what they think.
Yeah.
And the problem is if they get around some of these old boys that know how to wheel and deal and trade, they'll leave here if they're lucky in their underwear, because they'll be done negotiated it right out of them. Why? You can't judge a book by its cover. An old boy, he may come in wearing overalls or whatever else, and you look at him and say, well, that poor white trash boy. And he got more money than you and God.
Amen.
You can't judge a book by its cover. But see, Hushai, what he's doing is he's soft-soaping, he's selling the pitch. And he does a good job at it. And Ahithophel has given him the truth.
Amen.
But he doesn't take it. And you know what that is? That's just like people. Barnum T. Bailey, he says there's a sucker born every minute. That's a great quote, he said. And you know what? That's the truth. Because if it usually sounds too good, it is. And what he's doing is it sounds too good. He's telling what you need to do, Absalom, is you just need to get everybody together under you because you're the king. And everybody will see that you're the king. But it's going to take some time to get everybody together. So we can't just go running after David tonight. What we need to do is gather everybody. You need to send out messengers and couriers, get everybody together. And it'll take about a week or two. But once we do it, you're going to lead them yourself. Can you imagine? Can you see it, Absalom? You out there on your white horse, going into battle, the king, and he's playing on what? His pride.
Yes.
There's two things that'll always defeat you. How many of y'all ever seen a 3-card monte game? 3-card monte? The cards? Street guys do it up in New York, these big cities. It's called 3-card monte. It's like a shell game. Look at the P. Can you find the P? Follow the P. Put your money down. Play with me. Follow the P. Right? You know why you lose when you play that game? Greed. Because if you wasn't greedy, you wouldn't play the game. And that's what he's batting on, is that you're greedy. It's any hustler, pool hustler. Pool hustler comes in, he hustles the game. He lets you win a little bit. You get greedy. So now he said, well, we'll play again, but we need to, however he does it, it's always some different way. There's always different angles, but the premise is the same. It plays on greed. Guess what Hushai is playing on? Absalom's greed. Absalom's pride. And what's going to get you is your greed and your pride. Amen, amen, amen. If you ain't careful. And so here he goes. He says, he gives it so good, he lays it